Hello, this is Tara Love Perry, and I am in the woods, as you can see. I'm just going to tell you straight out, I don't really like making videos. I always feel a bit nervous about it. It's not my favourite thing. So the reason I'm doing this right now is because I've had one of those days that's just too inspiring not to share. And I talk a lot about transformation. I mean, that's my main subject. It's the topic of the book I've written, it's the topic of my workshops. I believe that that's what I help people with in their own lives. And the reason that I guess it's so important that I share that with people is because it's something that I gain a lot of value from in my own life. And recently, the last couple of days, I've been really thinking and feeling about that conditioning. I was even writing about it yesterday, the conditioning that we all come with, and how it feels to me on a daily basis is that I have this stuff on my shoulders, I have this stuff on my back, which I feel has landed on my plate, landed for me to deal with, and whether I like it or not. And that's stuff that I've inherited from my family, stuff that I've inherited from past situations in life or in history even, where the same situations seem to come up again and again, and I've got to deal with it. And maybe I don't want to deal with it, but something amazing can happen when I choose to step up and deal with that. So I'm sure that you kind of get what I'm talking about, even if you don't understand what I mean by that conditioning. I'm sure you relate to the fact that you feel that you've got some kind of burden, some kind of soul baggage or emotional baggage or stuff in life, conditions that keep coming up again and again, those patterns that you just think, why does this keep happening to me? Why me? Why do I have to deal with this? You know, it should have been my parents should have dealt with it, or my grandparents should have dealt with it, or the government should deal, or somebody else should be dealing with this. Why does it have to land on my plate? And it does land on your plate. It lands on my plate. It does. Life brings it. And I believe that that happens through seeing so many people's soul energies and reading those records, and my own experience, very much so in the forefront of my experience, is that life works in cycles. This bigger picture that we don't see the edges of, this infinite universe, life essence, life force or source of existence, the intelligence behind that must bring itself into harmony, must bring all aspects of creation into a harmonic resonance with itself. It must be as one. It must be in peace. It must be in perfect resolution. It must be an expression of that which it is, which is, to my experience, unconditional love, which love with no conditions, love with no baggage, love with no stuff, love with no areas where there isn't love. And to have all of that brought into some kind of cohesive perfection. Now, behind everything there is a perfection. I really believe that. And part of that perfection is to bring in front of me and put it on my plate that which the universe says, Tara, this is in your soul history. This is in your ancestral lineage. This story is getting passed on to you because for whatever reason, not enough information in the past, not enough awareness or collective consciousness of the past has not allowed these things to be properly resolved and dealt with according to that one vibration of truth and love. And therefore, these little details that are left undone and left unresolved, we need them to be resolved for the highest good of all life, and therefore it's in your path to do that, to take that on board. Now, I can resist this, I can struggle, I can say it's not fair, why should I, it's not my fault, I didn't do it, I can't do it, I'm helpless, somebody else deal with it. That really doesn't serve me. I have another story, I have loads of stories about how that doesn't serve me, and why I've had to wake up and say, okay, this is on my plate for a reason, life has brought me this for a reason, and I take it. I feel that weight of conditioning on my back. I feel that the ancestors behind me willing and wanting this resolution for the highest good of their own souls, as if their own soul cannot rest in peace until these details have been brought back into alignment. And as the daughter of these people and the granddaughter, it's my duty to do such a thing on my behalf and on their behalf. And I also feel the support of the future, I suppose, drawing me towards what wants to happen, what wants to unfold next, for a new beginning, for a new paradigm, for a new possibility to unfold, that is not just the same story with the needle stuck in the record going round and round and repeating this same old crap again and again, which is stressful and dysfunctional and unharmonious and painful and causes suffering. And I feel that the future, if I can call it that, of life is just pulling me forward, urging me, encouraging me forward, and at the same time my ancestors pushing me from behind, encouraging me and supporting me from behind to really move into this new paradigm, to step into this new position. And what does that new position mean? For me, that transition happens from that old to the new, because me in the middle, as this conscious, living human being right now on this earth at this time, I can choose. I can say, okay, I accept this responsibility. In fact, thank you for this responsibility, because this is something that will empower me. And the same way that the universe brings things round in cycles, if something wasn't complete, it gets passed on, comes around again and around again, then in that same fashion, in that same trend, I can also fall in line with that and say, okay, then let my cleaning be a circular motion, let my understanding move in this cyclical nature, and to move round what I call the 7 steps of transformation. And it's really no big secret, it's not a huge big clever design that I've come up with. It's basic elements of life that I see as points on a wheel that allow the wheel to touch the ground and allow that wheel to turn, and for that revolution to happen, the journey to move forward and transformation to occur. So I'm not stuck in the past, I can move forward with these 7 steps of transformation. And so when I apply those, and not just do the 1 to 7 and then stop, that's it, I've done my job. It's to keep going, keep using that cleaning cloth to move in that cyclical nature until my awareness has grown to a point where I feel that all those unresolved elements, all the loose ends that are in my current awareness and within my current reach, I can affect, I can bring into awareness and bring into that place of wholeness again. I can tidy up my corner of the universe. I can clean up my pattern and my soul history on my behalf and on my ancestral behalf. And today, as I'm doing this, because the situation's come up yesterday, and it's like, okay, this has come back round again. Okay, it's come up for a reason. I dive in, I go, okay, I'm with you, I'm in there. And I have such a strong trust in my own truth, my own innate truth that I feel within me, to know what feels right, to know what is right, even if I don't get it up here in my mind, rationally or logically. There's something so holding within me, so strong within me, that I have really learned to trust in and have super faith in and rely on. That is my staff of truth. And this sword, if you like, of love, where everything that has been left out of the picture, not loved, not brought into harmony, I have the power and the tools to do that. And not only is it humbling to feel that I'm part of this bigger plan on behalf of my ancestral family and on behalf of the future generations, but it's also really empowering in the most moving way. I mean, it brings a lot of passion to my heart, it brings a lot of tears to my eyes, and I've just been walking feeling in supreme gratitude that whatever the outcome, at least I'm blessed to know that the power of source and the power of life and the power of love moves through me. That there is no separation, that it moves through me, as me, with me. And I'm not holding that staff alone, and I'm not carrying that sword alone. It's what wants to unfold, it's what wants to happen. And so my blessing and my wish is that this feeling that I have, that others know and that are reaffirmed and validated, that you too have exactly the same power. The gift is exactly the same for you as it is for me. But there's no difference there. There's no selection of the universe of who has more or less. No, you have the power to transform what lands on your plate in your life and bring it into peace, that all souls may be in peace, living or not living anymore. And if anybody is struggling with that, then may this be an inspiration. May you feel validated that you too have that power and it is your truth. And just say yes to it. Say yes and you'll be carried. Say yes and the answers will be delivered to you. Just say yes, I take the responsibility. Like a surrender, like a blessing, like a gift. And may you walk in peace. I love you. Bye.